All right. Shalom Yashala. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Waha Rakah Kodash Brakathum. I like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akion pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwat out there listening. What I like to get into is this statue, that's depicting the so-called black woman, Eve, in Times Square, right? I believe this is just done recently, a few days ago. But it's a very short clip. I'm gonna let the excerpt of the clip play, and then I'm gonna get some scriptures.
And communicate those inner worlds that we have, and sometimes we misinterpret with one another, to try and create an understanding and basically encourage empathy. I have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lead.
Hey, and that's what Jake is on, man. There's no new thing under the sun. I'll make sure to get that in Ecclesiastes here shortly. This is Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 18. The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough, to make cakes to the queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. Okay? Jake is looking to, because Jake don't care. And I'm going to get scriptures to back that up on how Jake's actions are. Okay? Jake is just okay being not knowledgeable on what's going on, and especially in times past and in history and so forth. Like, bro, this has already occurred, but it's just a cycle repeating itself. Jake is hard headed as hell. Jake not looking to serve Yahweh Bashim Shah. That's an issue for Jake. Jake has an issue with authority. Jake has an issue with being corrected. Jake has an issue with going up the right path, man. Anything but the right way for Jake. Okay? Because once again, bro, the people gonna say for the name, for the sake of art and so forth, it's all idolatry. Okay? Because think about it. For the sake of art, look at the nation as a whole right now. For the sake of art, and my point is, look at the painting of Caesar Borgia. Okay? Look at Serapis. That those images have had Jake in a chokehold for ages. Okay, I don't care what tribe you go to from the 12 tribe charts. Those images have had a chokehold on Jake, and so forth has these idols that Jake is so gung ho on. That Jake really doesn't like. It doesn't, get some wheels turning, bro. Like come on, man. But it's very clear and evident. Jake don't care about about Yahweh Bashim Shah, man. Because honestly, a lot of you other guys in these sects are also moving like this too. You want to be the man. So guess what? The Lord is putting you guys on your own little special pedestal that you want to be held up on, and you're looking terrible out here now. And our people look terrible uplifting it. Jake looks terrible on uplifting that random depiction of Eve in Times Square, and Jake looks terrible in those congregations uplifting their heads, man. Okay? As far as like idol worship. Now, reverence is, we reverence our apostles, bishops, and elders, let hey, these are devout men. These men standing 10 toes down on Yahweh Bashim Shah. That's not the case with idolatry, man. Jake goes balls to the wall for idols, but not balls to the walls for Yahweh Bashim Shah. No reverence whatsoever, okay? Y'all can bear me, Baba Shah. See. This is Jeremiah chapter 44. Start at verse 15, I believe. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt, in Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying, verse 16, as for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee. And Jake got that little, we all know Jake, you know what I'm saying? Especially, it really doesn't matter whether it's the southern or northern kingdom. It's like either side of the coin for me. It's all, I grew up around a lot of the tribes, but, especially the southern, that, little smirk and that little proud ass, rolling your eyes, shit that used to get you, get you punished when you was young. Jake know what I'm talking about. Rolling your eyes at your father, rolling your eyes at your mother. But guess what? Jake was rolling their eyes at Jeremiah and other prophets. And really, you rolling your eyes and throwing your hand up to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. Okay? You throwing your hands up and rolling your eyes to the Most High, like, whatever. And the Lord is like, bet. Okay? Verse 17, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth. Okay? Jake gon' will themselves to damnation. Because Jake will sit there and dig a hole that's like, bro, you didn't even have to do all that. But Jake be burning with whatever they want to do. That's what they place as priority when your priority should have been Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. Jake has no issue with digging himself a hole and then crying victim, man, as well. Okay? Let me reread verse 17 in its entirety. But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth to burn incense unto the Queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals and were well and saw no evil. So Jake think just because the Most High didn't instantly, get on their ass, that there wasn't going to be no issues. Nah. Bad times are coming, man. Bad times are coming, and Jake is playing games. Bad times are coming, bro. It's just like this whole black. It's very on the left hand side, man, because it's gotten worse. The so-called black community, the so-called black culture this is just a lot of degeneracy, bro. Because over time, we can, it didn't, a lot of BS wasn't accepted that's accepted today. But guess what? There's no new thing under the sun. Like I said, before this lesson ends, Abaratazah, I'm going to get that scripture, okay? Because Jake believes, well, we ain't hurting nobody, this and that. Look, you're hurting your chances of being delivered, okay? Now, granted, all of Israel will be saved, but why not try to get it right the first go around? And Jake don't like to, Jake likes to think ahead of BS, but don't like to think ahead of a logical aspect. Like, damn, if I get my thing together now, when things get bad, I really won't have nothing to worry about. See, people ain't worried about that. Jake is up here sashaying up and down the streets, taking pictures of everything, eating everything, doing every damn thing they want to do. But the Lord got something for that, okay? This is verse 18. But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things. and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. And that's coming, man. As we see it, more and more, Jake is, man, it's like I always say in my lessons, it's hard to keep up with the news. It's hard to keep up with judgments. That's how busy the Most High is getting. Like, damn, like, man, I just seen this like a few hours ago. What? You know what I'm saying? That's how fast and expeditiously the Lord is working, man. Okay? Expeditiously. Okay? Expediently. You know, the Lord is, you know, the Lord is moving, man. And Jake is out here playing games, got the whole, you know, got this Queen of Heaven thing, like, and Jake just won't quit. Like, bro, Jake is through, but Jake ain't gonna throw that white towel, that white flag, you know, when you surrender. You know, you just, you know, the Lord just has to judge Jake harshly, man. Bury me, Baba Kusha. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Okay, so this was happening thousands of years ago. Guess what? Fast forwarded to a couple of thousand years later, same scenario, man. There's no new thing under the sun. You know? Jake will walk by us, you know, mocking, scoffing, laughing, which is cool. But it's like, man, Jake don't really know what they getting themselves into when they do that. You're not giving us no little funky ass attitude. You giving Yahweh Bashmi Ashah that little funky ass attitude, man. You know, there's no other way to put it. People think, them niggas. Nah, it's the word of the Most High. Like what part of this scripture is not showing you clarity that the Lord is not playing, or it's just clear, like, look, this is it. This is nothing heavy, nothing deep, even though the truth within itself is very deep. But this right here is clear cut, man. It's clear cut. You know, so those spirits from back then are back here today. You Jake lining up to take pictures with, you know, with that random depiction of Eve in Times Square. Hey, man. And hey, we're gonna see if that statue can help Jake in their time of trouble, man. If y'all could bear me, Baba Kusha, I believe I want to finish off on this is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10. The name of Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Okay, that's the only thing we want towering over us is Yahweh Bashmi Ashah, man. Because that's still, those idols, they ain't gonna be able to talk back and save you from the destruction that's coming to this place, man. All the harsh and well-deserved judgment that Babylon the Great, aka America, has coming. Hey, you better hope that random statue of Eve comes to life somehow, because you've scoffed, you've mocked prophets of Yahweh Bashmi Ashah, men of the Lord. Hey, the Lord is done with that, man. More and more people are getting judged, bro. More and more people are becoming dependent on over-the-counter drugs and medication because they're so damn depressed, man. And guess who did that? The Lord did that, man. Because Jake didn't want to adhere to Yahweh Bashmi Ashah. We understand, our strong tower ain't it isn't in Times Square. Our strong tower is Yahweh Bashmi Ashah. Our strong tower isn't the Queen of Heaven. Our strong tower isn't Babylon. Our strong tower isn't some random ass statue, man. Not some random, or just people we know. Can't nobody save, bro. Can't nobody here save nobody. Only person who is able to save you will be Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shai, he saves, he delivers. Okay? Hamashiach, anointed. Okay? So when you hear Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, that's the only person who can save you. Okay? And of course, from the Most High to Yahweh Shai. That's the only thing that's gonna keep you from getting judged. Other than that, Jake is gonna be through, man. As you can see in that short clip in that video, and just looking around, just being out, touching grass, as they say. Yeah, bro, this place is finito. Place is done for. But that's all I had on this. And Abaratazah, this is edifying for the body. So once again, with that, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Waharakah Kodash, Rakatham. Also, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Achaeon pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Aquatat listening. Shalom.